Good morning, stackers. Here is your Monday morning precious metals price update with me, Joe Main, brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Here is gold on the daily time frame, price in USD, 3,310 US dollars using the tradingview.com website, 3,330. If we break there, game on for gold. What am I talking about? Use the 4-hour time frame. Pretty simple. If you can break through this downtrend line right here, it sits at around about 3,330. Call it a few dollars more. You break through there, it is looking fantastic for gold. Okay, what we would expect if we do break through is something like this. Have a breakout. Probably watch out for some resistance there at 3,360. Probably that's the top end of the zag zone from this high and this low, and then you want to see lovely support bounce off there, clear through there, and it is looking very good for higher prices. And I would actually suggest if we do break this 3,330 level and hold it, I would say a new all-time high in gold is probably 90% guaranteed at that point. How high we get up to, well, we can do some analysis on that, maybe on the live show tomorrow morning. Make sure you do check that out. But so far, gold is looking nice here. Okay, we're in a bit of a trading range, so nothing's guaranteed as yet. So obviously for the opposite end, you don't want to see it break through the bottom end of the zag zone, which is right here. Call it 3,265 US dollars. But if we can break 3,330 and hold it, game on for gold. That's the gold quick update. Let's take a look at silver. What did we do over the weekend? Where did we close? And we're opening right now $33.10. Not a lot to say with silver. It is still looking very good. Okay, I'm expecting higher prices to come. Of course, all of that can be negated with something that we can't really foresee. Black swan events and all that jazz, but looking great, as we've been saying. Right here, respected the zag zone right here at the 0.382. Didn't even get into that zone at all. Nowhere in there. Bounced off it. That's very good support. It's very bullish. And we're finding that we're sort of butting up against resistance here at $33.70 again. And we're spending most time up there. Okay, so we're spending it in this half of this range. See that? So it's kind of in that top half of this range. That's good news. The more time you spend in that area and the more time we knock on that door, the more likely it is to be taken out. Of course, if we break $33.70, I'd say onwards to 35, looking very good. And of course, many people have been saying, and I do agree, is that when you break 35, quick move to $50, I would say, look, few weeks, something like that, if not sooner. And then, of course, that takes you into price discovery potential for silver. Anyway, the short answer is silver is looking good. Of course, you have to look at the other side of the coin as well. I don't really want to break here. I mean, you break there at $31.60. That's one test. A second test. Third time would probably be the kicker, and then you would head down further. You really don't want to see it break below here at about $30.30, $30.40. That means you're breaking through the zag zone from this low and this high. That's not preferable. You really want to see support hold absolutely there. Otherwise, then we'd be talking probably a lot decently lower. But we won't talk about that unless it actually happens. But so far, looking good for silver too. Let's take a quick look at my old friend Platinum. I did a video recently which was called Platinum is Dying. Here's why you should buy some. We talked about the platinum to gold ratio. We've also recently talked about the platinum to silver ratio as well. Platinum's had a great move in the last few days. And of course, look, we expect it to go up and we expect it to go down. Of course, we had the zag zone right here. That's based on this low and this high, I think it is. Yeah, it is. And we haven't even touched it yet. Okay, we have broken through the 0.236, so I'm expecting, it doesn't mean it happens, but a touch of here at bare minimum. It's not surprising at all. That's around about 1,040 US dollars. Bounce off there. That would be similar to what silver is doing recently, where it's just bouncing off the 0.382. That would be fantastic, and onwards and upwards we go. Let's see, and of course we need to, for platinum in particular, we need to break above its downtrend line. So just like gold at that 3,330, platinum has one too, and it's around about-ish 1,115 to 1,120 US dollars per platinum ounce. Once we break out of there, looking absolutely solid, okay, for platinum, because this is the long-term downtrend line that goes all the way back to 2008 at the previous all-time high of 2,300 US dollars. You break out of there again, find support. We have to find support, right? And then do that. Chef's kiss. It is a golden time for platinum. Short answer is. But look, a little consolidation from here. No problem. We've had that great little move in the last number of days where we broke out of that $980 level, soared to around about $1,100. Little bit of a retrace, no problem. We can go down anywhere to about here at $1,015. That's previous resistance right there. Anywhere into there, yep, no problem. That's just par for course, and hopefully onwards and upwards we go. That's gold, silver, and platinum. Gold to silver ratio, not really doing much. 1 to 100, not a lot to say. Let's take a look at gold miners very quickly. Gold miners, this is the gold miners index. So if you're into the mining stocks and you don't want to expose yourself to individual stocks because there's maybe a little bit too much risk for you, you buy something like a gold miners index. This is the GDX. It's listed on the Australian Stock Exchange, also listed on the US exchanges as well. But this one's priced in Australian dollars. It's $78.37. You can see we had a perfect move up to the 1.618 Fibonacci extension from the old high here and the old low here. Perfect, right there at $84 roughly in Australian dollar terms. And basically, we haven't seen it break back below here. That's a great sign. So obviously, if gold breaks through 3,330, the gold miners will start to do probably even better. Okay, and in general, there's a point where the gold mining stocks start outperforming the gold physical as well. A similar thing for silver. This is SIL, the silver mining ETF, okay, the index. And it's looking fantastic as far as I'm concerned. It's almost ready to break out. We just have to get over that 43.30-ish kind of mark. The big test will be this one here, like previous buyers, right? Trapped money, previous sellers and previous sellers. So a bunch of people here getting out because they got in here. So it's basically, I bought here, it didn't go up as high as I want. I went through all this crap down here and now I'm going to break even. Okay, now they've done it a second time. Probably not a third time, okay? You've probably shaken out a lot of the I'm just going to break even people, okay, over here. Probably means third time's the charm, but do expect some resistance there. If you want, you could do a couple of things. I mean, look, right here. You've got some previous resistance here. Again, this is Silver Miners Index, and at some point, it does really outperform the physical silver. But hey, we're stackers here at Good Morning Stackers. We stack a bunch of different things. We love stacking physical metals. So just stack your metals, dollar cost average. But if you think you might want to play the silver miners, not a bad little play. I think once we get out of there, we're going to there, okay? And that's probably going to be taken out eventually this time, okay? And then you're talking about the higher prices, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Please hit the big red subscribe button to stay updated. We just need to break out of this level, and I'd say it's a very quick move. It's about a 25% move. That could happen in a matter of like 2-3 weeks, okay? So a 25% move in the Silver Miners Index Fund, okay? It's the SIL, trading on the New York Stock Exchange. And of course, I'll just show you the ratio. I have been showing to you for a while. The SIL, this one, the silver miners ratio to silver. Again, it gives you an indication of, is it better to be in, or should I put a portion of my investment portfolio into the silver miners versus just buying physical silver? Again, just buy the physical, you know, do it slow and steady, but out of interest. Here we are on the sil to silver ratio, and we're at that very crucial, and we're above it at the moment, the 1.27 ratio, and we're at 1.30, and it's looking like, very soon I think it will happen, that we will break out of there. We've already technically broken out of it. Right there, that's where we changed market structure. We changed back down there. This just needs to hold. If you can break here at 1.31, again, looking really good for being in silver mining stocks in general versus the physical silver. You may, over a longer period of time, decide to get some silver mining stocks, and then your whole trade on that is actually just to increase your physical silver stack, because I'm all about the physical here at Good Morning Stackers. But you can increase your stack in a significant way by playing things like these ratios. And if you want to know more, maybe jump on the live show tomorrow. Ask me more about the sil to silver ratio. We can go a little bit more in depth with it. And I think that is it that's it for the precious metals. Of course, as I said earlier, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, the greatest bullion dealer in all of Australia. I'm not joking when I say that. Have 20 or more items in your shopping cart, you get instant free shipping from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. There's no other bullion dealer that actually gives you free shipping. Okay, yes, you should be calling those or emailing them or hounding your other bullion dealers and going, Perth Bullion Exchange, they've been doing free shipping. The only company in Australia that does it, has ever done it. They've been doing it for a year. Why aren't you guys doing it too? So really, I think you should be at least adding Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, to your regular list of bullion dealers that you at least check out their prices, because also they price match. It's just crazy. If you can find something on their website that's in stock, and it's in stock somewhere else at another major bullion dealer, and that other dealer has it for cheaper, they just price match it. Okay, there's a couple of terms and conditions, of course, but at least keep Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, in your rotation of bullion dealers. And if you want to be a better investor, of course you do, you want to go to Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. They have two amazing courses, okay? The first one here is the 10-week foundational course. If you just want to be just a better investor, okay, just learn the basic theories of Dow theory, principles, technical analysis, foundations, do the 10-week course, okay? You'll learn so much, okay? Or if you want to be like a full-on trader, like really go down the rabbit hole, they have the year-long comprehensive course as well. And if you're like, I don't want to sign up for a course, but I like this Mastering the Markets thing, I like this community, you should really consider joining the Mastering the Markets Academy. Okay, you can join it for free and check out all their every now and then free stuff that they put in that first section. But if you want the backstage pass, okay, this is the really good stuff where you get the multiple educational calls every single week. You get the wonderful people like ASX trader Craig Tapping, Craig Dixon with fundamental analysis. You've got Tung with macro stuff. You've got Jonathan Evans with time cycles. You've got Shane with Elliott Wave. Oh my God, this stuff is just amazing. And to give you an example right here, the live trading floor is open right now, and one of the educators is going to join the live trading floor in about half an hour roughly, and they're going to go through what they're looking at literally right now. What's the market looking like on opening, and they're going to look for a trade and take a trade live in about half an hour on this, and I'm going to check that out once this video is done. It's amazing. So if you use the sign up link below, I'll put a link below, of course, to that in the info section of the YouTube page, and as part of the pinned comment, that's Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. That's it. That has been your Precious Metals Market Update for Monday, the 2nd of June, 2025. My name is Joe Main. Let's get your synchronized slurp. I know you miss it. 3, 2, 1, go. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you on the live show tomorrow.